Welcome back to the Novus Carpets pregame show on 1360 Radio KSCJ in Sioux City. We're joined now by the head coach of the Heelan Crusaders, Roger Jansen. Coach, it's round two. The beat goes on. You got Webster City coming in tonight. Can you talk a little bit about what they're going to bring?
Well, they bring a pretty unique offense in that they're a single wing. They'll run some unbalanced the spinner quarterback. You know, they'll snap the ball to the quarterback or even any of their running backs. They'll turn their back to the line of scrimmage and then hand the ball off to a multiple variety of running backs. So it's a difficult offense to prepare for because you never see it, and they have so many options out of it. You almost have to treat it like you're defending the triple option. And they're very, very big up front, and they get their bodies on you, and they will run the football until you stop it.
You've had 4 days to prepare for them since your victory Wednesday night. Is it a lot of tape watching for the guys, or can you even mimic that in practice for your defense?
Well, I think every day we're getting a little bit better at it. I think we as coaches have spent a lot of time watching the tape. Just trying to figure out if there's a rhyme or reason for some things and that, and then us trying to get that to the kids, and like I said, trying to simulate it in practice. It's been tough, but we're trying to do the best that we can, with it and that, and a lot just relies on those kids getting in and watching tape.
I know that last week the media story about Heelan was the sensors that are now in the helmets of certain players for the concussions and things. The concussion obviously is something that you've seen transition during your coaching career, but can you talk a little bit about how you've seen that come through the high school ranks over your years and then what this new system will provide?
Well, I think, obviously the concussion has became a big deal, and probably not so much back in the 80s but as the technology has evolved and all that, I think we've become very proactive on the concussion thing. I know there's a lot of people that don't agree with it, but I think there's a protocol, there's a standard. Everybody has to go by it. So anything that that we look out for the best of the kids is obviously the right thing. And with these sensors that we were able to put in these helmets, I think that is close to being on the cutting edge, I think, of something pretty really special and unique for these kids to take and be able to give us a better opportunity to monitor. If a kid does get hit real hard, generally, you didn't think much of it. Well, now with this monitor and the helmet, you can kind of maybe keep a little closer eye on that kid for a while and that. So, I think it's great, and like I've said all along, anything that we can do to help improve the safety of these kids, I'm all for.
Back in your playing days, early 80s, somebody got their bell rung, you'd shake it off and go back in. Do you remember, though, nagging head, not necessarily trauma, but you'd feel the pain, and you probably got concussed once or twice?
Oh, sure, but people blame my stupidity on all the blows to my head when I played football and that. But yeah, that's just how times have changed. With the technology, they're better able to diagnose it than back when, like I said, back when we were there. As long as you knew who you are, where you were at, you were probably going to go back in the football game, to where that no longer is the case.
Heelan fans saw a shutout in the first round, 34-0. But as you looked at the tape and saw things you need to clean up, where's the biggest room you need to improve from game 1 to game 2 of the playoffs?
Well, I think I thought defensively we really played well, and offensively the first and third quarters may have been the best quarters of football that we have played offensively, and then those second and fourth quarters we kind of lost our focus, kind of concentration-wise, and we got back to the penalties and all this and that. So we're trying to work on playing 4 quarters of football. You get tired of hearing that, but obviously when you get to this point in the playoffs, you have got to play 4 quarters of football.
As Cher and Sonny say, the beat goes on. Heading past round 2, hopefully looking forward to round 3. Coach Roger Jansen, best of luck.
Well, thank you.
That was Heelan head coach Roger